Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Welcome one and all to the greatest show on ice. Whew. Sheesh. We got a couple things to talk about today. Welcome everybody to the show. Friday. Pretty cool, exciting stuff. We got through another week. And yeah, you know, regardless of how rough of a week you may have had, how bad of a week you might be going through, you are not having the week that Kathleen Kennedy is having. That is for sure. I was all ready to talk about positive things and be excited about things on this Friday. I've actually had a pretty good week. I'll be honest with you guys. Pretty good week. A lot of good stuff going on. And yeah, just generally been excited about a lot of things out there, and I was in a good mood. And then it all just kind of happened at once, man. It was like the craziest thing watching the news come out yesterday. And by the way, Chet, enable the gambling. Initiate it for the folks at home. Cool. Should be good on that. It's ridiculous. Like, going through this, just thinking about it, like it is so wild. And, you know, we've been sort of in this position for some time where, you know, like Disney specifically, but a lot of other companies as well, but Disney specifically has been just going through a really weird time period where I don't know if I've ever seen this, where, you know, the media seems to have kind of turned on them a bit. There's a lot of animosity out there just with the fans and with people online. Like, I'm always shocked. Like, look, I've got my own kind of beefs with Disney, and I'm like, dude, like, what is happening? You know, that's where I'm at. I have animus towards Disney, and but I'm always shocked at how much there is out there. It's crazy, and I think it's a huge failing of the company over the last 5 years that they've allowed these different narratives and things to sort of fester and pushed people into a position where they really don't like Disney, man. Like, I'm shocked at sometimes some of the like views and the clicks and the likes that some of my tweets get when I'm like, oh, fuck Disney. Basically, it's like, bro, a lot of people feel that way. It is wild that company got there. When I was younger, man, I never would have imagined that Disney was this magical thing, this just ubiquitous thing across all divisions in society. Like, everybody just loved Disney. And so it is quite strange to be where we are at with that corporation. And yeah, we're going to go over it all, man. The Star Wars hotel closing. You know, the grift is over. The grift is over for some people. RIP, pour one out to Jay's videos about it. But in all seriousness, like, that's ridiculous. That's insane. Like, and we have to talk about that. That is a very, very, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how that's not like a massive L and just a signal of what is happening with Disney. Like, what is happening with them? It's crazy. Okay, on top of that, they're removing stuff from Disney Plus. They're taking Willow off Disney Plus. It's wild, right? So this big show that, you know, they thought was really, really cool enough to show us at Star Wars Celebration, and then canceled. But then the writers came out and said it's not canceled, and that's bullcrap, and now it's not even going to be on Disney Plus. Insanity. On top of that, while all of that is going on, it's like Kathy decided to take the new Indiana Jones movie to the Cannes Film Festival. Cannes! Wow! Okay. And as it currently stands, that seems to be a bad decision, as a lot of the reviews that are coming in from Cannes or whatever they call it, bad, dude. The reviews are crazy. I'll show you what the article is. You go to Rotten Tomatoes, you will see an article pop up. It's very disparaging. And it's just like, dude, all of this kind of at once, it's frankly crazy. On top of that, Jeff Snyder is saying that Jeff Loveness is no longer on the next Avengers movie, and that he was let go before the writer's strike. And that one is another one that's like, bro, what is happening? It's bizarro world. Remember when that guy was doing all those interviews like, but I wonder if they'll fire me, you know? I wonder if my thing will still work when I go to work on the thing. I'm not. I guess that movie was pretty bad. Oh, I guess I'm a wacky guy. Dude, this dude like manifested that shit. It's crazy. What is happening? Holy shit. And more, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got all of that to get into today, and I think it's going to be a fun time, a fun cathartic experience for all of us to go through this news and complain and throw some tomatoes and talk about the implications. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Now, as far as show notes are concerned for today, I'll tell you what's going on. Got another video coming out for you. I believe I'm going to drop that video tomorrow, and it's all about more Deadpool 3 leaks. Maybe Deadpool 3 leaks that prove the other ones wrong. I'll sort of, explain in the video where I'm at with the leaks. So if you've been following that whole thing, check that out. I'll probably drop that video tomorrow. And then I'm going to have to drop a really big video on Sunday about not only Jeff Loveness, but some crazy rumors about what's going to be happening at the end of Loki season 2. And so we'll discuss all of that in the video because I think it is pretty spoilery and fascinating to see where Marvel is going from here. They're certainly making some moves as well. We're also going to be having a Diamond Lounge stream tonight at 7:30. So if you have been a member for more than 6 months, you can get into the Diamond Lounge. We'll have some drinks, we'll have some smokes, and we'll just talk about what's going on because it's insanity, man. Insanity. Wah wah wee wah. I am still kind of in shock about everything that's going on. So that's kind of the dealio. Of course, we got the gambling going on for you guys as well. How are you guys doing? Before we get into any of the topics, man. How are you guys doing? Let me pop out the chat here. How are you on this fine Friday? How's life treating you? We're fine. Trying to chill. The Magneto helmet. Oh, I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, dude, I get a lot of flack for being like always negative or like, oh, Josh, you don't like anything. It's like, that's not true. I was actually chilling this week, man. You look at my Twitter for the most of this week. I'm just chilling, being a happy boy, sharing cool things that I'm excited about, talking about Warhammer. Just generally in a good mood, bruh. But then when this shit starts happening, it's like, of course I'm going to go in. I got strong feelings about Kathleen Kennedy. You bring her up, there's going to be some strong opinions, especially when she's proving yet again that she's somewhat corporately immortal as she fails her way into likely another contract extension. Because what else would happen? We're in this fucking bizarro universe world. And yeah, it drives me fucking crazy. And you look at what's going on with Star Wars and what's going to happen with this Indiana Jones movie, and it's like, holy shit, when is enough? Okay? But anyway, the point of what I was trying to say there, and I'm glad that you guys are all doing well, is that I would love to be positive, man. Yo, get her out of here and watch me have the grin of the cat that ate the canary just over and over again. Crazy. Okay, so where should we begin? Let's start with the fact that the Galactic Star Cruiser is taking its final voyage. Crazy stuff. By the way, have any of you guys been to the Galactic Star Cruiser? Throw a 1 into the chat if you have been to the Star Cruiser. Would love to know. Did you have a good time? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that seems to bear itself out with the wider public as well, bro. Wow. I mean, what can we say about the Galactic Star Cruiser that hasn't already been said? Maybe one of the most ill-conceived Disney Imagineer ventures of all time. And the thing that really sucks about the Star Cruiser, and I think just in general the Disney Star Wars take, is that Star Wars, like, If you were to just tell me, hey, man, there's this really immersive experience that you can do via Disney now, and you get to like live within the Star Wars world, and it's almost like you're taking a cruise, but in the galaxy and shit, and you're gonna do all this fun Star Wars stuff, and you should see this, and you should see the food, and you should see the performances and all that sort of stuff. Like, at a face value, that sounds amazing. Of course I would want to do that. That sounds great. But then when you look at the reality of what the thing was, I mean, it's not even anywhere near that, right? And, you know, it's weird. We go back to like when it first dropped and not a lot of information was known. They gave the influencers, right? They had this huge, massive influencer push, which is maybe another kind of like interesting footnote here, is like how much that didn't matter at all and how much people saw right through that shit. But regardless, they get all these influencers and they do that, and they give them this like truncated version of it. It wasn't even like the full version of the experience. And they go through some of the cool stuff, etc., and try to kind of sell you the experience that way. But even the people that reviewed it then, not only did they have to bring up the price because there was so much social pressure online to talk about the price and just how absurdly out of touch it appeared to be, but my biggest thing with it from the jump was because you have that massive price tag on it, you want to get your like bang for your buck. You want to get the most out of it, right? So when you go to Disney, you want to get to Disney as early as possible. You want to do reservations on either the experiences or the rides that you want to do. It's like you've got to like plan to get everything out of it that you're paying for. And with the Star Cruiser, there was like no way to do that. The whole thing, if you would have done everything that was supposed to be going on there, dude, your day would have been packed, like from wake up to go to bed. And that's not a vacation. Like, that's a job, right? The whole thing seemed so like incongruent with what the experience should just be when you're thinking of what a Star Wars hotel and an immersive experience kind of situation would be like, right? So from the jump, it seemed weird. Louis T, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. And Mr. JB, thanks for gifting 5 memberships. And Obi, welcome back to the membership. Let me take just a small ADD pause here on my Galactic Star Cruiser rant and just say that we are going to do a fan meetup at New York Comic Con in October. I'm trying to figure out the logistics for that. One of the things we're going to do though is try to do a drive to get as many members as we possibly can, not only to like have like more people, you know, join in and maybe come to the meetup and be a part of the Nerdvengers, but also if we get to a certain number, I'm going to do some crazy stuff, maybe shave my head, maybe get a tattoo. We're going to talk about that next week. We'll try to figure it out, okay? But I digress. Getting back to the Star Cruiser stuff, it's like it seemed like such a stupid idea right away. But there was always the question to me like, well, there's a lot of stupid products out there that actually do decently well. And does Disney maybe just know something about, you know, what families are looking for and that whole sort of experience? Like the park side of the company has traditionally been pretty good, right? At anticipating the needs and the desires of their customers, creating really cool experiences, rides, etc. So, like, there was a part of me when it first happened, and I was like, well, I'll never do that shit because it looks like the prison in Andor, you know, and just looks like a complete waste of money. But maybe other people will. And then you see the stories, right? You see stories from different channels, different outlets. They're talking about how there's so much room to book, you know, that's not booked up at all, like all this other stuff. And you get that classic debate online, like, oh, dude, that dude's just a hater, man, trying to do on the downfall of Disney. It's clearly doing great, you know? And other people saying, like, no, it's definitely not. Well, I think we can pretty conclusively say now it wasn't doing well. Otherwise, it would still be functioning. Okay? The other reason this is so crazy, man, is because Disney, their model, right, the model of them, like, making money, it actually has less to do with how the individual film or show performs financially. It has to do with how they can extract value in perpetuity from the IP and from sort of sustaining that IP with content. So via merchandising and the park experience, this is really an important part of the model by which Disney extracts value out of their customers and the IP that they have. Well, when they bought Star Wars, that was like a huge part of the value proposition. Because Lucasfilm at the time, I got to be honest with you guys, I don't even think they were profitable. Now, I'm not sure. They talk about that in Bob Iger's book, but I don't know if he exactly says that or not. But I don't even think Lucasfilm was profitable at the time. They really didn't have that's part of the reason why George was ramping up movies again to try to, create more cash flow for the company. But, yeah, you would think that Disney would be able to have taken the Star Wars IP, made new Star Wars, and then open up a Star Wars land, Star Wars, rides, etc., and do Star Wars merchandising. You would think they'd be able to print money until the end of time. But I mean, look at what is happening. Like, this thing is done. And I just showed everybody last week. I wasn't even in town. I was out of town, and I saw a Disney store, and I go over there, and it's just like the merchandising situation is not great either. And so it baffles the mind that we get these examples of, I think, fumbling how to handle this big IP, especially within the model that Disney uses. And Kathy's just fine, dude. Kathy's just fine. And again, on top of that, guys, she made the brilliant decision to take Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny to Cannes or Canes, or I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how you know it's fancy. You're not quite sure how to pronounce it. That's how you know it's really fancy. She made the brilliant decision to take that movie to that festival. And now the first reviews for that movie are coming out from snooty European critics who are frankly shitting on the movie. Let me show you. I was kind of shocked when I saw this, okay? I went to Rotten Tomatoes to see what the score would be. And I was shocked to not only find the scores, but to find an article on Rotten Tomatoes that is literally titled Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny First Reviews. Safe, wacky, empty, critics say. Bro. Wow. Wow, wee-wah, ladies and gentlemen. And you might ask yourselves, you might be thinking, chat, well, maybe they could have planned better to not have the Galactic Star Cruiser closing come out at the same time that the first negative reviews would come in for Indiana Jones. And I believe if you were to ask Kathy why she didn't plan this a little bit better, she would say, yabba dabba, I don't know. Let's read some of these reviews. Indiana Jones still has a certain old school class. That's cool. James Mangold brings the character's adventures to a satisfying close. That's also very good. This ultimately feels like a counterfeit of priceless treasure. The shape and the gleam of it might be superficially convincing for a bit, but the shabbier craftsmanship gets all the more glaring the longer you look at it. That one's not good. It's fun. It's wacky. It works. Okay, that one's not bad. Nobody with a brain in their heads will compare Dial of Destiny favorably to the first 3 films. Okay. All right. An empty slog of a movie that only exists to smooth over any of the stray fan complaints that have splintered the franchise's audience over the last 15 years. The Dial of Destiny is a globe-trotting adventure movie so safe that even its 80-year-old hero never seems to be in any significant danger. Come on! Whoa, David! Holy shit, David! My God! Whoa! Okay. 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 If you join him for the ride, it feels like a fitting goodbye to cinema's favorite grave robber. Okay, that's okay. There, oh, right on. Harrison Ford is the hero of the hour. He never loses either his scowl or his dodginess. He plays even the filmsiest scenes with conviction and dry humor. His performance carries the movie. Okay, cool. That's cool. Let's check it out. Where's it at right now? Okay, so it's rising a little bit. It dipped all the way down to in the 30s at one point. Let's read some of the more positive reviews too, just to be fair, okay? Okay, we already read that one. Let's see here. It's a vast step up from the muddled mess of Crystal Skull, and while it's not perfect with its uneven storytelling, it's not as bad end for our favorite archaeologist professor adventure. Okay, that's kind of like lukewarm, but not hating it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny may not be the finest film of the franchise, but it's far from the worst. It's solid entertainment with a legendary character riding off in the sunset one final time. Okay, so that's like, again, it's kind of like middle of the road. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is bold, bright, and blazingly fun reunion with our favorite hero. Chat GGP wrote that. He took the night off. Okay, so here's some of the other ones. We haven't read this one, I don't think. It's an improvement on the execrable Crystal Skull, but James Mangold's exhumanation of the Spielberg adventure serial is both tame and unnecessary. Damn, bro. Damn. The jokes, the zest, and the exuberance just aren't there. So instead of a joyous send-off for our beloved hero, we get a depressing reminder of how much livelier his past adventures were. Damn, bro. Whew. That's a tough one. This is a big bombastic movie that goes through the motions but never finds much joy in the process, despite John Williams' hard-working score continuously pushing our nostalgia buttons and trying to convince us we're on a wild ride. Damn, bro. Ooh. Ooh. Like, okay. So we've read through a good bit of these. What is your thoughts, guys? Like, what do you make of this exactly? Because, you know, to be fair, this movie will get a lot more reviews. You know what I mean? It could creep up quite a bit. It could stay where it's at. I guess it could potentially get lower. But what do you think? It's all bad. I'll make up my own mind. Seems like a review for Mando Season 3. Sounds like you just want to... what the fuck? Most mainstream turning against the movie. It does seem like mainstream is turning against the movie, for sure. I'll listen to the score, maybe. Cautious optimism until I see it for myself. Some of my favorite movies have bad score. So it is what it is, yeah. Need more reviews? That's fair. The real question, can we... how can KK blame fans for this? Oh, she'll figure that out. Don't worry. Okay. So, again, we don't know for sure how this is going to shake out, but I think it's pretty obvious, and I think most of you guys understand where I'm going with this. The first, like, stories out there about the reviews for Indiana Jones, because, look, you know, a lot of you guys are going to say, like, it doesn't matter. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't matter. You know, you're wrong. In fact, I would argue it's unfortunate how much it does matter. It matters quite a bit. And I think that a lot of people are, when thinking about the new Indiana Jones movie, one of the first things they're going to do is just, oh, I wonder what the reviews are. What's the Rotten Tomato? What's the Rotten Tomato? And their first encounter with that narrative, with the answer to that question, is going to be a bad one. It's going to be a bad one. And so, I don't know. Maybe there was no way to not have a scenario like this. Or maybe Kathleen is out of touch with audiences and she thinks she has like the greatest Indiana Jones movie ever created. And she really thought going to cons would get her a bunch of praise and buzz for the film. And, you know, I'm reminded of the documentary that came with The Last Jedi called, I think it's called The Director and The Last Jedi. Have you guys ever seen that? It's fascinating. It's, I think, a better watch than the actual movie. The beginning of that documentary is like Kathleen Kennedy coming out to a stage at the wrap party for The Last Jedi. And she's hyped, bro. And the mood in the room and the sentiments being shared by the people on stage is like, I think we all know we just did something really special. And she really thought that she had tapped into something and done this incredible fucking thing. It's mind-blowing to watch the documentary. Go check it out. It's crazy. Like they were so high on their own farts. And I just think she's really out of touch with audiences. And it's possible this movie sucks. Okay? And by the way, one of the things that we're going to have to watch too is the crazy leaks, because there's a footnote here, as there often is in the realm of social media. There's a footnote on this movie as well, because the rumors are that this other female character is essentially going to replace Indiana Jones. That's the whole thing. It's another one of those Kathleen Kennedy ideas to have a female character in an old nostalgic movie in a way that they weren't, I guess, and to sort of downplay Indiana Jones and to build up this new female character. That's the rumor, okay? And when that rumor came out, because to be honest with you guys, the real part is that they're going to go back in time and literally replace Indy with her through like time travel and shit. That's like a potential part of the rumor. And James Mangold came out and smashed those rumors down and said they were not true, and that's not at all what's going to happen, okay? And so a lot of people now are like, bro, but is it though? Like, but did you do that though? And we're going to have to wait and see, because I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, there's going to be leaks out there about that. There's going to be conversations about that. And if that did indeed happen, if that was something that she did, and it sucks and it doesn't fit, it doesn't work, that's on her. And it's like classic Kathleen Kennedy, in my opinion. That is just kind of what she does. So, I don't know, man. Like, we will certainly have to see where we go from here. And we'll have to see what the box office is, because maybe it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe this movie's just going to dominate in the box office and crush, and then everybody will be like, yeah, dude, we went out with a bang for Indiana Jones. I don't know. Maybe audiences will love it. Didn't Williams expose them for having reshoots after that leak? I don't know the specifics of that, but I know they've done a lot of reshoots. I mean, this movie costs like $370 million, I heard. And a lot of that's just because of the reshoots and the de-aging and all that kind of shit, too. So this movie needs to make a buttload of money to be profitable. But it's like, again, from Disney's perspective, it doesn't just need to be like profitable. In fact, it could not be profitable and still be good for the company if people go buy Indiana Jones shit. If they want to go ride Indiana Jones rides, if they want to, you know what I mean? Like, if it creates some more love for that IP, then that's great. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but Holy hot damn. I just, at this point, it's just kind of comedic. You know what I mean? Like, frankly, it is kind of comedic that this shit just seems to keep happening. And I don't know how many more she can suffer through, man. It's quite shocking. You know what I mean? Like, frankly, quite shocking. Okay, let's get into the next story that I think is just incredibly massive, and something that I really want to know where you guys stand on. Apparently, and this is according to Jeff Snyder, apparently, Jeff Loveness no longer going to be writing the Kang Dynasty. And according to Jeff Snyder, he was taken off the Kang Dynasty before the writers' strike. It says here, rumor hearing that screenwriter Jeff Loveness is off Avengers Kang Dynasty and that he fell off prior to the strike. Wow. Wow, wee, wah. You know, we weren't sure if it was going to happen. A lot of question marks about it. It's still a rumor for now, although I think Jeff has pretty good sources. And again, I mean, my mind, I can't help it, guys. My mind keeps going back to, like, in every interview, like, dude, this guy wouldn't stop talking to people after Quantumania, dude. This guy wouldn't stop talking to people. And then it seemed like in every interview, he'd be like, yeah, I guess we'll see, though. We'll see if I can fight. Ah! You know? Holy shit. Ah! It was like a self-fulfilling prophecy, bro. Like, my man literally said, I wonder, maybe someday my badge just won't work. And apparently he had all these ideas, all these different things that he was working on. I'm curious. So, on the one hand, I wonder, well, did he turn something in? And Feige was like, bro? Was it, you know, not even the fact that he turned something in, but like, dude, Quantumania, and it's so funny because I remember doing videos and I remember doing streams about it and saying this could really make or break Marvel, Quantumania, remember? And everybody got all mad because they were like, bro, whatever, bro, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Well, it seems that Quantumania has had the most ramifications for any Marvel movie that we've ever seen. Like, we lost Victoria Alonso, gone. Friggin' Jeff Loveness, gone. They delayed the Miss Marvel, the Marvels movie again to the end of the year. After it, they were like, whoa. So, I'm kind of curious as to what you guys think. Do you guys think it's dub or a L? Let's go to the polls first, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. Is no more Jeff Loveness a W or L? W. L. Look at all you guys, dude. You guys are going crazy with the W's. I feel bad for this man, dude. And I know that might seem odd because I despise Quantumania. I think it's garbage. I will never watch it again. I think it's embarrassing that Marvel Studios released a movie in that state, try to convince us it was as important as Endgame. It was like, whew, it was tough. I hate that movie. But I gotta be honest with you, I don't think he's the problem, okay? I just don't. Like, I get a feeling here that the ideas that were all supposed to be in this movie, and I think Feige has a lot of blame here as far as, you know, being open to these ideas, wanting to accomplish these certain things, and then feeling like it's the restriction of the quantum realm, like that's how we can get there. Like, I kind of feel like it's a little bit more on Feige. It's crazy to me, Because, dude, look at this. 93% of you think this is a W. 93% of you guys think this is a W. Wow. Feel bad for Jeff, but it looks like everybody else is like, good fucking riddance, bro. Like, they do not want to mess with this guy. And it's kind of interesting. I wonder how his buddy Michael Waldron is feeling. I mean, Waldron turned in Multiverse of Madness, which is a massive hit for them. It almost made $1 billion without China. So I don't see him in the same situation, but he is a Rick and Morty writer. And there's a lot of, there seems to be a lot of people not happy with the Rick and Morty shit, bro. And I'll admit, like, between Jessica Gao and Jeff Loveness and just the goofiness that they brought to it, yeah, there is a lot of stuff that I'd rather not have in Marvel. And I want to get back to a more serious tone for sure. But, like, I don't know. Like, there's also an element here, and maybe things are currently just so bad that we're not really considering this. But there's an element here where it's like, bro, I don't like change in general. And when you change something this massive, like, guys, think about this. Kevin Feige came out on stage last year and talked about 2 Avengers movies happening in a single year. He later confirmed that the writers would be Michael Waldron and Jeff Loveness. And this year at Comic-Con, he's going to have to come out and explain why the 2 Avengers movies are not coming out in the same year, why they've both been delayed, and why Jeff Loveness is not writing the first one anymore. On top of that, he's changing the name of, like, Captain America. They're pushing all kinds of dates back. Like, dude, there's a part of this that's like, I just don't feel good as a Marvel fan because I want it to be like, I want to feel confident that we're pulling all these pieces together, that the plan is working, and that we're executing. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I mean, maybe Kendall's right. It does kind of feel like maybe we're at this point where it's like, bro, everybody knows it's all fucked up. So he can basically just kind of say, like, yeah, a lot of change. We're trying to fix it up. And like, maybe even admit, like, I don't know, how would you guys feel if, like, they actually came out and admitted that they did a few things wrong? Like, how would you feel about that? You know what I mean? And they were like, well, we've been because, like, I think the way to do it would be to come out and say, you know, in the era of streaming, we made some decisions with our sort of first notion of what that content could look like. And we think we got a few things wrong and we didn't get to the quality that we were hoping for. And so we're making some really big changes. And we're really trying to just, you know, approach it in a way that we think will enhance all of the content and be a much better experience. Like, that would be great, right? I wonder if they're going to do that at all. I mean, Adam, that's fair. You know, people would still consider it weakness and all of that. But it's one of those things where it's like, I just don't, like, are they just going to try to act like it's all fine? Because I don't think that's the move either, right? Like, oh, we're all good. Just don't think about that slate from last year. Here's the new slate. You know what I mean? Here's all the new cool stuff, you know? And just literally act like nothing's happening. That's like the Star Wars way. That's like Kathy's way. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's an in-between there. So, you know, it seems like they're still going to go with Kang. I wonder if there's anything they're changing about Kang that also would require more writing. And also, who do you guys think should get this job now? Like, who do you think should get this job? Like, what? Who are the other writers, man? Waldron? Marks and McFeely, but they're kind of out, man. They haven't really been in writing that. Let ChatGPT take a stab. I might later, actually. Honestly, we'll probably do the same in terms of Lucasfilm strategy. Yeah, probably. The She-Hulk writers. Oh, dude, perfect. Let's get it. Dude, the She-Hulk writers and Lizzo together. Cinema. Damon Lindelof. I don't know about that. Chief. Hickman. I mean, sure, I would be down, but I don't think they're gonna do that. The dude from Andor. Yeah, perfect. You guys have great picks, man. You guys have great picks. Incredible picks. Let me throw a name at you and see what you guys would think about this, okay? Jon Favreau. I'm a little schvetty. Jon Favreau. Look at this, dude. This is why this shit matters, dude. After Mando season 4, everybody's like, I don't know, bro. Some Reddit ass shit on a soccer field is how they passed the darksaber to him. No wonder they destroyed that shit. You're in Erie, PA, Nikki? Holy cow. I'm in Erie. Yeah, it's so wild, man. So wild. Here's something that would be crazy, though. What if Favreau came back, okay? And what if he wrote them? What if he wrote and it was dope? And then they did an interview, okay? Oh, okay, nice. They did an interview with Favreau and Feige, okay? And one of the interviewers is like, you know, it's interesting. After Mandalorian Season 4, a lot of people were concerned, John, of you coming back over to Marvel just because there's been a little bit of a dip in quality there. But this just seems to be so good. And then him and Feige are just like, you know what? We're just going to put this out there. That's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. She sucks, and we hate her. And John was like, she's not letting me write cool stuff. And me and Feige teamed up, and we're killing the game. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a crazy move, dude. I got a feeling, dude. We're about to get our worlds rocked with the San Diego Comic-Con. Like, this year, Marvel San Diego Comic-Con, dude, I feel like Feige's going to come out. And, dude, what if Feige comes out and he's just got a blunt in his mouth, okay? He's just got a fucking fat blunt, okay? And he walks into the, like, center of the stage, dude. And he just starts just ripping that shit, okay? Just clouds and shit. He's just, and like silence for a while, okay? And then he just like looks out at the crowd and he's like, I don't think I have to tell you guys this, but I've had a rough year. We're making some changes. Dum 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 da da dum 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 dum. Like Regulators comes on and it's just like, oh, dude. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna like be like that. But I expect something pretty close to that, you know, pretty similar to that. I think get ready for changes, man. I think get ready for changes. Okay, a couple of other smaller stories that we need to get into, and then we're going to talk. We'll do some Q&A. I don't think we're going to do call-ins today just because we're going to have a Diamond Lounge anyways, and I've got to try to get something done before 2. But there's a couple other things going on in the world, all right? Number one, as it pertains to the Fantastic Four, apparently, it's not necessarily locked that Sue Storm will be Margot Robbie. And in fact, I guess Vanessa Kirby is still technically in the running, which is kind of interesting. I wonder what you guys think of that. I actually wouldn't mind Vanessa Kirby. I think Vanessa Kirby would be cool. The other thing is it's David Diggs, or is it David Diggs? Is it David Diggs or David Diggs? Is in talks to play the Thing, which is interesting. I believe he is black and Jewish. Unless I'm mistaken here. Somebody was complaining about the voice with him the other day. I haven't seen him in much, to be honest. He does a voice of Crux in Star Wars Visions. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with him, to be honest with you. But I mean, I'm down. I'll tell you this. That's a sight better than Mila Kunis as the Thing. Holy shit. That was actually possibly going to happen. Here's one that's kind of interesting. Apparently, the role of Sue Storm was originally offered to Emma Stone. What do you guys think of that? Emma Stone as Sue Storm? I kind of like it. Lizzo as Sue Storm? Of course. I mean, that's the move for sure. Emma Stone. I think she would have done great, man. I like Emma Stone. Too weird? The fuck does that mean? Hell not to Emma? What? Y'all are hating, bro. You guys are haters. You guys are haters. Let's see, is there... Oh, here's the other thing that we have to talk about. And this is crazy, guys. So according to Jeff freaking Snyder, Dave Filoni's movie will not be titled Heir to the Empire. Uh-oh. Conflicting reports. So My Time to Shine Hello says it will be called Heir to the Empire. Jeff Snyder says no, it will not. It makes zero sense to call it Heir to the Empire. Bro, what? Heiress to the Empire? Oh, God. Carl, why? Jeff Snyder never takes an L. I mean, he's got a couple things wrong, but... So My Time to Shine is piling on the L's? Maybe. We'll see, won't we? What do you guys think? I still think it's going to be Heir to the Empire. I think Jeff's probably wrong on this one. But we'll see. Lizzo to the Empire? Hell yeah, bro. What does Jeff know? I mean, he's got pretty good sources, man. He's got pretty good sources, pretty good Star Wars sources, it would appear. Fallen Padawan is a better name. I mean, that's a cool name. I say call it Heir to the Empire, though. Dude, the feelings that would evoke, oh my God, that show would be pretty awesome. But yeah, I definitely think this is wild. Like, and a lot of people are just running with the Heir to the Empire scoop. It had a lot more attention than Jeff's scoop. But we will see. We will see how that all shakes out. But regardless, I mean, pretty rough little week there, man, for Disney. And this comes on top of last week, right? Where they announced they were down, 3-4 million subscribers on Disney Plus. They were 30% closer to profitability, but a far way away from profitability. And the stock dropped under $100 again. I think it's like around 90, 92 right now. And let's see. Let's check it out. What is the stock price at? 92. Okay. It's down 10% on the month, I think, right? Or no, 10% on the year. It's down 2% on the day. So, look, Disney not doing well, having a lot of trouble. Feige and Marvel kind of holding up the whole company and also having their own issues. What a time. What a time to be alive. So we'll see how they all fix it. I mean, maybe Indiana Jones will pop off, man. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to go over. I mean, there's some cool stuff out there in the world. Like they're apparently doing today this X-Men 97 Magneto helmet. I have to get my hands on this thing, dude. Like, y'all, look at this freaking helmet, dude. You kidding me? And you can wear it, and I want to wear it. I want to wear it on stream. I want to wear it just all the time, man. All the time. So, hoping to be able to get one of those today. They also had the new Mortal Kombat trailer, which I can't show on screen because it was so freaking violent. It was absolutely crazy. Apparently, they're killing off Miss Marvel. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but that's like a huge situation, a big kerfuffle out there online. People pretty upset about that. What else is going on? What else? Oh, yeah, some more stuff with the Jonathan Hickman Ultimates comic book event that's coming out later this year. I'm pretty excited for that. Other than that, I mean, dude, look at this. And yeah, I made this with AI. Don't tell anybody. And then, like, look at this, dude. It's like almost 700 likes already. Like, dude, people are, like, cheering for Disney's downfall. It's crazy. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? That thing will break inside the first stream you wear in it. I mean, a lot of the Marvel Legends stuff that I have is actually pretty good, pretty sturdy. So, Josh is the purple guy when it comes to trash and KK. I don't know what that means, but yes. Damn, that's good for AI. Yeah, it's 5.1. It's version 5.1 of Mid-Journey. Dude, this shit's getting scary good. Scary good. All right, should we get into Q&A, guys? Is there anything else any other news bits that we need to go over? Any other news bits? How many MCU projects do you think the WGA strike has affected? I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe? 3 or 4 probably? Hard to say. Random question, but what are your thoughts on Francis to the PFL? Dude, it's a massive W. I mean, I was really worried that Francis was just going to get cut out, and like it seemed like he really was fumbling the bag. This new deal is incredible. You know what I mean? It's incredible. It sets a big precedent. I hope that he goes on to be very successful. It's a W for the industry. Josh, are the killing of the character of Miss Marvel or the show? It's the show. It's a show. Josh doesn't know Five Nights at Freddy lore. No, I definitely don't. Bro, I'm not getting your live notifications. That sucks. Hey, yo, before we get into the Q&A here, let me explain something. We are starting to drop these streams out as podcasts. So if you have YouTube Music, you're going to see this and all the other streams pop up as a podcast later today. And you can just watch it. And this is something that's really interesting because you can watch it in the background. You can pull up other apps. You don't have to like keep it open. So that's pretty cool. We're also dropping it on Spotify. So if you ever listened to the old podcast back in the day, I don't think I'm going to be bringing back the interviews anytime soon. But instead, I will be dropping the video podcast on Spotify as well. So if you just search The Den of Nerds on either YouTube Music or on Spotify, you'll get the streams. So if you're watching it later, man, check it out. Pretty cool stuff. I think I might even start dropping some of the main channel videos in a podcast feed in a different feed. Yeah, there was like some confusion yesterday. We were trying to figure it out, and I ended up like actually putting in a whole new video on the main channel. I was like, oh, I didn't know that it worked that way. So we'll figure it out. Can you put on Apple Podcasts too? I can. I just got to figure out how. And I don't think I got video on Apple Podcasts. So I could, but I just won't have the video on Apple. So that's where we're going. Will the Nerdvengers stream go on there too? How would that work? Unfortunately not. I don't think I can do that because it's not considered a I don't think it's considered a public video. Therefore, I don't think that it would just connect to the podcast feed. So yeah. Okay, let's get into the Q's and A's here. Let's see what y'all have to say. And then we'll hang out in the chat. We'll see if any other stuff comes out there. Also, June 2nd, we're what, two weeks away from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm really excited for Across the Spider-Verse, and we've got a bunch of Funko Pops to give away for you guys too. So next Friday, no, 2 Fridays from now when we'll do a full spoiler stream for Across the Spider-Verse. Whew, I'm excited, man. I think that one's going to be pretty dope. All right, let's get into it. Christopher's first in today says, last month we were told critics' opinions don't matter when Super Mario Bros. Came out with a 40-something%, but indie, suddenly critics are the gospel word. Yeah, I mean, I get where these comments come from, but they, like, Rotten Tomatoes scores always matter. It just happens to be the case that when it comes to Super Mario, people were so interested in checking out Super Mario that there's sort of like an attitude of like, I'm going to see it no matter what, and probably the critics don't understand it, etc., etc. And honestly, like, if you watch some of those videos, like, you know, you guys know I like Grace, but dude, watching her Super Mario's Brother review was kind of painful. I was like, ooh, and kind of, you know, even she admitted like she didn't know shit about the lore then. So yeah, I get where you're coming from, but like, dude, we can't act like these Rotten Tomato scores don't matter. They obviously matter. They're, in fact, I think we can all actually agree that they matter way more than they probably should. That weird aggregate can really affect the trajectory of a film's success. It's like actually a little fucked up. Lord Vito says, if I told you about the darkness inside of me, would you still look at me like I'm the sun? Is that a quote? Is that some slam poetry? Are you going to do slam poetry when we're in New York Comic Con in October, bro? Jacob, welcome back to the Nerd Avengers. Appreciate the support. Orange Grove 55 says, I've seen a lot of positive indie reviews. Trendy to rag on Disney. So that narrative takes hold on socials. Reality not as gloom as Twitter narrative. Yeah, so that's probably fair. I also don't think you can argue that by setting the film up to have its first reviews come out in a Canes setting, the same time when you're canceling the Star Wars Hotel, I just don't think you can deny that, like, she's not doing well. Okay? Indy might be great. Indy might be successful. I fucking doubt it, to be honest with you. But I've been wrong before, a la Dungeons and Dragons, a la The Joker, right? I've been wrong. If you are a big Indiana Jones fan and you think this is all bullshit and that the movie's going to be great, I hope you're right and I hope you enjoy it. But also, dude, I'm more confident in The Little Mermaid. I think they might actually really have something with The Little Mermaid. And I think that movie will probably be very successful for Disney and, like, good for them. But this movie and, like, trying to go for it, what I kind of think is just another cheap nostalgia grab, and then playing it so safe, and then Kathleen Kennedy putting her stupid shit into the movie, like, this feels like a recipe for disaster. And if this movie bombs too, like, goodbye James Mangold Star Wars movie, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot kind of riding on it. Super Battle Boy says, Buenos dias, Josh. I'm sure this is going to be a fire stream today. Keep up the good work. Much love. Oh, thanks, man. Overbound Game Studio gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate it. Chase, welcome back to the Nerd Avengers, baby. Benjamin Locken says 6,000 for a 45-hour experience. Nah, fam. Yeah, it was pretty crazily priced, you know? Like, I just don't think they can deny that was ridiculous. But they thought people would pay it, bro. And to be honest, if it was good enough, people would have paid it. If it was good enough, people would have paid that, I think. Carl says, going to Disney World next week. Don't ruin it for me. Everything is fine. Can't wait for more. Are we not entertained? It's kind of hard to say, man. You know, I don't like to be like doom and gloom either, but I strongly feel that Star Wars is in this really crazy position. I think Disney's in a crazy position. They might still be able to get out of this fine, but I just think it's crazy. Like, the thing that always really shocks me is when these stories happen, how much there are just people out there preying on their downfall, you know? And you might say, like, that's okay. Like, it just means they have haters, like they're doing something right. But I think when you're a mass appeal 4-quadrant brand that's really aimed at, generational appeal, you don't want what Disney has going on right now. You know, it's pretty wild. So I don't know. I don't think they're ruined, but I think that the reason we're seeing all these changes and all these things happen, like the hotel gone, love this gone, like all these things, is because they need to move pretty quick to correcting it. Flatbread Zombie says, has anyone used ChatGTP yet to find out what happened to the MCU of Sony Fox properties like X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man were involved from the start? I don't know, but that's a good idea. That's a cool prompt. That'd be kind of fun. Vito says, Disney ruining Star Wars on purpose at this point. That's the craziest part, is I still don't think they're trying to ruin it on purpose. I just think she's that out of touch, man. Sad. Chris Listenfeld says Star Cruiser was a Chapek love child. Is that true? What I heard from people, it was a great experience, but the business model was a failure from inception, bad marketing, poor pricing, killed it. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk positively about the experience. It's just more rare to find someone that paid for the experience that is also going to talk about it that positively, right? So it's a tricky one, man. I think it's just a stupid, horrible idea. I mean, it is literally like a prison. There's like no room in the rooms. There's no like actual luxury. And I also think just making it sequel based and like just having it like that obviously didn't resonate with enough people. I find it so hilarious that they tried to put it into different novels and comics, and Anakin was on it one time and got into a fight. It just feels so commercial in the worst possible way. And I think that's like really a big part of like Star Wars issues right now, is that the thing that people are tired of, the thing that people are really angry about is the over commercialism. And their strategy for getting out of this is to commercialize it more. Like, why do you think they're going back to Daisy Ridley? You know what I mean? So, like, we're fine. Saj says, Campia and others were wrong. Transformers went from 25 to 32 million productions to 70 to 80 domestic. I'm calling 100 plus opening and ending worldwide near 700 million. That would be sick, dude. That would be sick and good for the brand. I want to check that movie out. I don't know if I'm going to see that movie in theaters, but I would like to see it. Julian says, always a fine Friday when we are in the tower. Happy Friday, everyone. Also, down with KK, LOL. Kang Gang. Nerd Avengers. Appreciate you, bro. Carter says, had 2 surgeries in the last 5 months, so it's been a crazy recovery process while trying to work on top of it. Your videos help me get through this. Thanks, man. You'll be fine. Just keep on doing what you got to do. Recovery's rough. I'm sure therapy's rough, but you'll get through it, man. Happy to help in a small way. Andrew Gates says, I just leveled up. Feels like just yesterday you were starting the Nerd Avengers. I know, right? It's crazy. We've come a long way, man. But thanks for all that support. I hope you can make it in October. Mr. JB says, I haven't been here for a minute. Can you please drop some nerd coin? I will. And I can, and I will. I can, and I will. 6,000 nerd coin. Attila says, the road to Secret Wars might be a little bumpy, but I'm happy to be going on the ride along with you and the Nerd Avengers. The Diamond Lounge is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a good one tonight. I feel it. I feel it, man. I feel it. I'm going to talk a little shit in the Diamond Lounge. It's going to be good. Louis, again, welcome to the Nerd Avengers. Mr. JB, thanks for the 5 gifted, bro. Obi, welcome back. Michael says, I know retail economics is your forte. Can you explain what a producer does in detail and what makes Feige the GOAT? I have a general idea. Thanks. Sure. So there's 2 kind of producers. There's like a regular producer and a line producer. I believe a line producer is mostly just on the financial side. And a lot of people just get like their name thrown on as a producer and they don't actually like do that much stuff. What a traditional producer does and what Feige does is he oversees all aspects of the filmmaking. That includes hiring of the director, getting the script, going through pre-production, production, and post-production. So he kind of keeps an eye on everybody and he makes sure that every part of the production is going smoothly. So why is Feige the greatest of all time? Well, I think it has to do with the fact that he worked on was it 14 or 17 Marvel movies before he ever did Iron Man 1. Okay, so he got to see what all kinds of different aspects of filmmaking would entail. He did some pretty incredible things with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his way of filming is kind of unique in the sense that it's a big scramble behind the scenes. They shoot a lot of stuff. They test it very extensively, and they make changes in post quite often, okay? I just made I just made a video about how he's fixing the MCU, and in that video, I kind of go into these details. But I think the real reason that Feige is so good is he has this innate ability to just know when an audience is connecting with something or when they're going to check out. And as long as he follows his intuition on that, he always improves the quality of movies that he's working on. So, yeah, that's the short answer. Chris Listenfeld said, I was convinced by execs. Imagineering did a great job designing the experience. Problem is, these were concepts promised for the land that got cut by management and decided to monetize them. Chris, that's a great point. I'm actually digging into that a little bit more. I just saw an article pop up about it. But that's another part of this that sucks, is when they were first pitching Galaxy's Edge, a lot of the ideas that you saw get taken into that massive paywall for the Star Cruiser were ideas that were just supposed to be at Galaxy's Edge. And I was conversing with Liz Wonder, I believe is her name. She's a cosplayer, and she was sort of explaining that she just didn't have the money to go. She really wanted to go. She thought it looked great. The influencers convinced her, and she loved the idea of going in cosplay and being able to be sort of in costume experiencing Star Wars. And I was like, dude, yeah, of course, that's awesome. They should just do that at Galaxy's Edge. The fact that you can't just do that at Galaxy's Edge is ridiculous. And Galaxy's Edge should be more than like a glorified strip mall. It should be big and awesome and feel like you're going into Star Wars. It does not. The rides are dope. The cantina is cool, but it does not feel like experiencing Star Wars. And so the idea of them stripping away quality from the main just park side of it and trying to put it behind that massive paywall was really stupid. By the way, there's some rumors and rumbling that what they're going to do is make the Star Cruiser into like a 4 or a 5 hour experience where you kind of go in for like a school day and you have all these different activities. It's going to be priced way more fairly. So we'll see if that's the direction they end up going with. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons why Star Cruiser didn't end up working. And I hate that idea of like, oh, well, we were going to do this more or less for the cost of admission, but instead we'll, put it behind this paywall. It's kind of crazy. Haunted Autumn said, it's pronounced can. Okay. Get a grip. $2. Thanks, man. Watch those wrist rockets. Says Spice of Life. New vid is fire. Okay, maybe I'll have to check it out. That's Elise's channel, right? Elijah says, Josh, I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger. Don't continue to be a pawn of the Jedi Council. Let the hate flow. Well, so long as Dave Filoni is still there, I can't go full dark side. I just can't. As long as Dave Filoni's future is still bright and Kathleen Kennedy's days are numbered, which, I mean, come on, man. They got to be, right? Then there's still hope, Elijah, trust me, I get it, bro. But rebellions were built on hope or whatever lame-ass shit they say. Locationary says, Kathleen Kennedy is my hero. She shows no matter how bad you are at your job, you can still smile at the end of the day. Inspirational. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point, man. She should be an inspiration to us all. It's just crazy so much pressure that people, have when they go to their job, right? Like, remember when Disney fired those like 7,000 workers that were doing fine at their jobs, but they just wanted their next earnings call to be a little less bad? It's crazy that those people lose their job and Kathleen Kennedy is actively horrible at hers and she just gets to, she's just making a Rey movie, dude. Woo! let's go. Michael says, how does KK not promote Ahsoka over Rey? I know, it's mind-blowing. Why didn't she even bring the Ahsoka show up when they were at the upfronts? Like, she's finding, like, new ways to fuck this up. It's crazy. Yeezy Fo Sheezy says, my friends are spending their honeymoon on the Star Cruiser thing. Cool last experience before it's gone, or potentially waste of money. Nerd Avengers. I hope they have fun. They sure as shit are not refunding or giving any discounts on people that already have it booked. So that's great. Apparently, if you have a booking that's now not going to exist because they're literally closing up the thing and boarding up the windows, if you have one of those, they'll give you 50% off to reschedule it in one of the vacant slots. Waldron up next to be chopped up, says Dark Dragon at X7. I don't know about that, my guy. I really don't. I don't think so. I think he's safe. But it is possible they're doing some big changes. It's just, I don't know at this point, man. Like, how many more big changes are they gonna do, bro? You know, it's crazy. Alex, welcome back to the Nerd Avengers. Madison says, happy Friday, Josh. I was rewatching The Guardians. Has anybody theorized about Battleworld being Ego? Like the planet of Battleworld is an Ego variant? That would actually be kind of sick. I'd be into that. No, I don't think anybody has theorized that, but now someone has. Yeah. Ray Umbo says 2 more months till that next badge, baby. Also, I would rather them to fix it up so I know they're not oblivious to making mediocre content. Oh, okay, yeah, to F it up. Okay, yeah, for sure. We're just going to have to, see. You would think accelerationist theory and, look, they're obviously making some changes. Like Bob Iger's sitting back there. Bro, I cannot imagine. I wish I could be a fly on the wall. And Bob picks up the phone and calls Kathleen this morning, and it's just like, Kathy, Bob Iger here. Yeah. Looking at these Rotten Tomato scores and the narrative here. I mean, you had assured me that taking Indiana Jones to Cannes would have been, a positive, creating positive buzz for the movie. And she's like, are you taking that tone with me because I'm a woman? Anyway, moving on. Parker Gonzo says, Emma Stone, my celebrity crush. I mean, she's a looker, that's for sure. Skywalker Crew says, gotta say these streams are special. Can't wait for the diamond in a couple of months. What's your thoughts on David Cornsweet as Superman? Potentially gotta say I'm warming up to it. Much love. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I actually like that guy for it. I actually like that dude for Superman. I would be down. So, some of the indication I'm getting here, and I'm not really sure, but some of the indication feels like that's not going to be the guy. So I was watching Jeff Snyder and John Roca last night. I got the impression that a lot of the names we might have seen come out last week are possibly like studio picks, not necessarily James Gunn picks, right? And in some ways, like, they got to play ball. They got to figure it out. And if the studio's like, hey, we think Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor would be huge for the movie and huge for us, and we really want to book him. I think Jeff even indicated that, like, James Gunn would be willing to rewrite the movie if they would have got Bradley Cooper, right? So, like, they got to play ball together. He knows the game, right? It is what it is. But I kind of got this feeling that the real actor for Superman, we just really don't know. Like, at this point, we really don't know. And I think Gunn might do something weird. I mean, it's James Gunn, man. I feel like he might do something weird. He's a weird guy doing weird guy things, you know what I mean? Alex says, we'd love a Miles Teller, Reed Richards under FEIGE. Yeah, for sure. That would be sick. Instead, you're going to get Adam Driver, which I still think is pretty cool. But yeah. Mariana says, and thank you for the 10, not surprised by Indy 5 and Star Wars news. Hotel too expensive and set in the sequel trilogy era. I hate KK, but in my opinion, I find it sad to see some fans rooting for it to fail to spite Disney. Looks like the G&G got what they wanted. Yeah, look, I totally get what you're saying. It's like, damn, I'm like kind of shocked by it. But like at the same time, like they're kind of horrible, Mariana. You know what I mean? And I think at the end of the day, like for me personally, I just want like Star Wars to be good. I want Disney to stop fucking up, and I like these brands. You know what I mean? Like I like Marvel, I like Star Wars. I want them to be fun. So it's gonna be very difficult for me to like not be kind of toxic about this kind of stuff, because I'm just like, every time Kathy does something like this, I'm like, it's like the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen like, there it is again. But also, like, kind of as I just said to Elijah, I can't go full like black pill on it either. Like, I still think Dave could turn it around, and I think if we just like kind of just like push Kathy like out of the company, things will get better. You know? So I hear you. It's a tough spot to be in, though, because it's just tough, man. There's a lot of people rooting for Disney's downfall. I would argue, though, that's Disney's fault. That's not my fault. I didn't go corral a bunch of people to get negative on Disney. They're out there ready. That's on Disney, in my opinion. Mikkel says, 6 months, baby. Will I be able to join the Diamond Lounge, and how? You hyped for Transformers, Josh? Much love, and many more months to come. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for all that love. Yeah, if you message one of the mods on Discord or hit me up later, I can get you into the Diamond Lounge, okay? As far as Transformers, I don't know. I kind of want to see it. Are y'all going to see it? Throw a 1 into the chat if you're going to see the Transformers in the theaters. Y'all gonna go see it? It looks pretty fun. There's a good bit of you that are seeing it. Wait for it to pop up on Paramount Plus, maybe. I don't know. It would be kind of fun in theaters. That new Gareth Edwards movie looks great. The Creator. With all the AI shit. That looks fun, man. What's my quick take on the franchise as a whole? The first one's good. They go off the rails from there. They should have got rid of What's-His-Tits a long time ago. Yeah. Okay. Mariana says, I feel bad for Warwick Davis. Love the film Willow. He must be very ticked off by the Disney Plus decision to remove the film and show. Yeah, but like, what's the logic there? Like, that shit just doesn't pass the smell test. Like, Willow? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry. Like, stop trying to make Willow happen. It's not going to happen. It has a cult following from like 1,000,000 years ago, but it never reached the heights of Star Wars. It never reached the heights of Indiana Jones. Like, my God, man. That's just a really dumb idea. You know? So, yeah, I feel bad for Warwick Davis because Disney probably gassed him up, made him feel like, dude, here you go. It's your time. And, yeah, it's not. Chillin says, sup, brother? I think the conflicting scoops from 2 very reliable sources is a symptom of Disney trying to discredit big scoopers. Will there be more? There absolutely could, man. That could be the thing for sure. Or one of them is just getting it wrong. They've both gotten things wrong in the past. You know? So, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. It is weird, though, right? Dawn Todd says, be rad if Marvel became independent and could whatever they wanted, however they wanted. Disney needs to hang it up and go back to animation. Yeah, I would love for Disney to get sold to Apple or like Universal or something. Like, legitimately. Because I think then just like Feige gets all his control back and just kind of does his thing. They move somebody else into being in charge of Star Wars, likely just Dave or John. And like, that just feels like a better scenario for me. It also could end up being better for the company of Disney. Because again, right now, the reputation is so soured. There's so many people that are anti-Disney. It's going to be very hard for people to look past that or to change the way they feel about Disney without new leadership. Something new. You know what I mean? So, can you say hi to my cousin Gabby? What's up, Gabby? Hope you're doing well. Take care of Veeds. 831 Red 10 spot says, just hit 6 months. Here's some coin to celebrate. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for all the support. Chef Moriarty says, much love. Appreciate you, brother. D and D 14 or Dan D. I knew that. Friggin' Dan D says, I have to believe the MC will turn around. As for Star Wars, well, we will see. Nerd Adventures for life. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Marvel has a much better chance. We shall see what Star Wars does. Chef Moriarty says, did y'all see Theories post the meme? Did y'all see Theories post the meme? No, I didn't see it. I'll have to check it out. He's been on point with his memes lately, though. Fizz says, Den of Goats, you should play some Fortnite live. Yo, I got another Fortnite victory last night. I wasn't going to bring it up, but here we go. Got another one. That's 2 solo victories this week. And I know what some of you guys are like, dude, what? Victories in a week? Like, shouldn't be getting victories every session? 2 of my sessions, I got victories in. So shut your mouth when you're talking to me. And those are solos. So I'm basically pro now, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm basically a pro. Big Cat says, let's keep the nerd train moving. Den of Goats, much love, Josh. Oh, hell yeah, bro. I mean, it's a weird time right now, but I'm telling you, Josh's dog water. What the fuck, bro? Guys, we're heading towards some crazy shit, okay? San Diego Comic-Con this year, I'm telling you, Feige's coming out with the blunt, so get ready. That shit's going to be hype, okay? Yeah, so just get ready for that. That shit's going to be crazy. Star Wars, hopefully, like, here's my perfect scenario for the rest of the year, okay? Here's my perfect scenario. Feige comes out with the blunt, goes crazy, tells us it's all changing, get hyped up, ready to rock and roll. Indiana Jones bombs. Bob Iger literally like kicks Kathleen Kennedy like out of Lucasfilm. Like TMZ's there. All this really crazy scene. She's like literally kicked out. And Dave Filoni cancels the Rey movie. And it's Heir to the Empire, Thrawn Forever. Like, let's fucking go. James Gunn says, you know what? I changed my mind. We are going to bring Henry Cavill back as Superman. Sorry, guys. I fucked that one up. What else? Yeah, just a couple small things. Just a couple small things like that. And so, there's always hope. And I think we're going to have a good rest of the year. That's what it is. Yava says, much love, Josh. How's the fam, bud? They're good, but Liam's still a little bit sick, man. He's in the coughing phase. He's got a lot of phlegm, congestion, and he's coughing because he went through his first real sickness, and he still has all of that, in his lymphatic system. So he's kind of just trying to work it out or whatever. But other than that, we're good, man. Click Clack says, what's your favorite action movie, comic run, and Rebels episode? Favorite Rebels episode is probably either the one where Kanan dies, Twin Sons, or the one where they're training Sabine. Trials of the Darksaber, I think is what it's called. Yeah, those are all really good. Can't necessarily pick just one. If I did, it'd probably be Twin Sons. Favorite comic run, either the Scarlet Spider solo series from Christopher Yost after Spider Island, or the New Avengers run from Jonathan Hickman before his Secret Wars. Favorite action movie, it's either Equilibrium, maybe John Wick 4, maybe Mission Impossible 3. I don't know. There's some good action movies, man. There you go. How long do you have to be a member to get into the lounge? You just have to be a member for 6 months. I see the diamond badge by your name, bro. So you've been one for more than 6 months. So just hit somebody up on the Discord. 004 Blaze Fire says, hey, Josh, keep up the good work. My buddy and I watch your streams while we deliver Nerd Avengers. Also, Black Clover movie soon. Dude, yeah, we're tearing through Black Clover right now. And it's amazing. Black Clover is one of my favorite animes of all time. Like, I know a lot of people talk shit on Black Clover. They're like, oh, it's basic. It's the Becky of animes. Dude, I love it. Asta's incredible. Julius is such a fun character. Yami is my spirit animal. Dude, Black Clover's fucking awesome, man. So, yeah, we're tearing through that, and I can't wait for the Netflix movie, dude. It's going to be awesome. DJ says, you know what's on Paramount Plus now? The D&D movie. I know. It's fucking sad. Michael says, when Disney puts content out like Wendy and Peter, it's hard to feel bad for them. Feige is willing to say he gets things wrong. KK just smiles and pushes on. It's true. It's true, man. Ugh. Jordan says, I hate anime with a passion. Oh my goodness, dude. Who hurt you? MTS says, the state of Disney is sad but incredibly fascinating. If Indy bombs, do you think Mangold is out for a Star Wars movie? 100%, dude. Absolutely. If it bombs, he's gone, bro. Like, they're not gonna... Are you kidding me? From the man who killed your already dead franchise after Crystal Skull. A new Star Wars movie. Like, nope. That shit ain't happening. Only good anime is Pokemon? Dude, what? I don't know about that. It'll be the Colin Trevorrow thing all over again? Yeah, for sure. Saturday morning cartoons anytime again soon? Yes, but probably not until 2 weeks from now when the first week of the month. We need a One Piece wing. What's the UEFN? The Fortnite thing? We're still a couple weeks out of testing that. Josh, you ever get time? Check out the Spider-Man's ones. I think you'll like them. Spider-Man ones. Oh, okay, I will. Josh will eventually learn. What? Asta is him right now. The manga events, crazy events. Yeah, I've heard. If you haven't seen Muppets Mayhem, you need to. It's pure greatness. Oh, yeah? Did you see this Flash early tracking? 110 to 140 opening. Yeah, I think that's decent, though. I think that's good for the Flash, man. John Jones versus Francis. I'd have to say Francis, man. I would personally go with Francis, but I don't know. Francis, look, I'm happy for Francis, but he's been doing a lot of this and not a lot of this in the past, year. What's your best skin? I'm rocking the Gohan. Man with the sabers, Gohan. Dude, yeah, I like Jordan 1s are the most uncomfortable shoe. I completely disagree, dude. I actually was so shocked at how much I feel the Jordans have incredible support. When I was on vacation, I switched into my Jordans because we were standing so much. And I was just like, dude, here we go. Talk about the Willow. What Willow, bro? What Willow? Bro, come on. Look at what Jones did to Gain. And look what Francis, 5 rounds to win a decision with Gon. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, he had a tore up knee. Like, Francis had a tore up knee and was just trying to get through that fight, basically. The 4s are my fave. All right, I'll have to check it out. I need to see Josh the Magneto helmet. Bro, I need to get one. John would literally 50, 45 Francis. I don't know, man. Like, I know Jones finished Surreal Gone very quickly, but we didn't get to see much, bro. You really think John Jones' cardio is going to keep up? Like, we didn't see much at all. And I just think that Francis is like a monster, dude. He's a monster. Francis would get choked out as quickly? I don't know about that shit, bro. Maybe. If that fight ever happens, can we put money on it, Josh? Sure, we can put some money on it. I don't know if it ever will happen, though, at this point. Skills pay the bills. That's what I always say when I'm playing Fortnite. And Elisa's like, are you done playing Fortnite? I'm like, skills pay the bills. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll be out soon. I love being part of Rebel Force Radio. They're old school Star Wars fans, but they also call the BS at Disney and Lucasfilm. Enjoy some stuff that has come out since 2013. But what skin, Josh? The Xenomorph, bro. That's my favorite thing. How many pairs of Jordans are you sitting on, Josh? I've only got a couple pairs. Kill count, Josh? I think I had like 6 or 7. Bro, I'm starting to get kind of nice. And with the sniper, ooh, there's nothing like headshots in Fortnite with the sniper, bro. Whew! That's xenophobic? Yeah, it is, maybe. PS5? No. I have an Xbox, but most of my gaming is on the PC these days. To be honest with you. So happy they brought the sniper back. I didn't even know it was gone. I'm excited for the Across the Spider-Verse stuff coming to Fortnite too. Real excited for that. No build, Ash. Yo, are you all excited for the new Mortal Kombat? I mean, I love Mortal Kombat and the trailer was cool, but it doesn't like show you too much about the actual gameplay, you know what I mean? Dude, it just feels so good. Did you see the Apex tabletop game, Josh? No, I have not, sir. No, I have not. Josh, your video about fans crapping on Dave Filoni is on point. I find it very depressing. He's literally George Lucas' Padawan. I don't understand why some fans hate him. Yeah, he just kind of like got... It's funny how things happen. They like kind of will start slow and then they kind of take on as a narrative, and then like people for whatever reason will, you know, choose to like get in on one of those narratives or not. And yeah, I mean, Dave didn't necessarily do himself any favors, but I just think it's crazy. Like he's, you know, without Dave, man, I would be totally checked out of Star Wars at this point. Apex tabletop game is trash. Did it reboot itself? I think I think Mortal Kombat did reboot. Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. About to start Age of Rebellion campaign. Oh, that sounds sick. What Marvel movie would you want Dave Filoni to direct? Maybe Dave Filoni could direct a Psylocke / Captain Britain Corps movie. That feels like something Dave could do well, man. That'd be cool. Mangold will be fine. He has a track record of success. Trevorrow didn't. They'd be dumb to let a guy go over to product Spielberg couldn't revitalize. That's fair. That's fair. Definitely excited for MK. The ideas assist with legacy characters sound cool. Yeah, we'll see. So is that what it is? It's like a whole new cast of characters? Is that why it's called number 1 or whatever? Because that's kind of lame, dude. It's kind of lame, bruh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, like I said, we got a couple cool videos coming out for you guys over the weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to talk more about the Deadpool leaks. And Sunday we'll have a video coming out for you guys about Loki Season 2, the changes coming to Kang. Yeah, so that'll come out then. Josh is ignoring the important question. And it is. Wait, what? Yeah. No, it's because of a reboot the universe. It's a new take on all the characters. Oh, okay. What are some of the Deadpool leaks? I just did a video on some of them, and I have a video coming out tomorrow about it. Oh, yeah, Josh, what's your thought process? Thanks, Michael, for that. Appreciate it. What's your thought process about The Little Mermaid doing good? You must be smoking the good with that hot trash take. Well, I think from the projections, it looks like it's going to do very well. And a lot of people really like the movie, dude. Like, it seems like as far as the live action take, because, like, here's the thing. These live action remakes do nothing for me. I've never seen any of them. I think I watched a little bit of Mulan. I'm not the crowd for them. But the reality is, like, they're bankable movies because those old animated films are so ingrained in most people's like childhood or family life that if Disney just gets enough of those people that have some association to the movie to go out and check it out, they usually end up making really, really good money. This one seems like a lot of the people that have seen it really like it and are responding to it really well. So yeah, I think it's gonna be successful. It's just based on projections. My thought on Francis, the contract is a W for MMA in general. It could kill PFL, but it would die anyway because it hasn't turned a profit yet. Francis said he's not fighting till mid-2024. I'm scared the hype will die by then. Well, it kind of depends. I mean, if he goes out and knocks out a great boxer, then the hype is right back. You know, but I get what you're saying. I think it's a very good move by PFL. And it's a good move for the sport in general. And that $2 million guaranteed for his opponents is really interesting because the best of the best are going to be signing up for that. You know, at least they should. Hopefully he doesn't just fight some schlebs and then they have to pay these schlebs $2 million. That would be crazy. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Ethan says, hey, Josh, I've been a fan for a while and always love hearing the nerdy news from you. What are you most excited to see in the Ahsoka show? Probably the new Beyond and like some of the magic and some of the crazy stuff. The samurai vibes. I think for me, the thing I'm really looking for is like, because the Ahsoka episode in Mando Season 2, I think it's a masterpiece. And I think it potentially could represent the sort of style and vibe, the mise en scène that Filoni wants for his version of Star Wars. So that would be what I'm most looking forward to. Is like, dude, am I just drawn in here and I just feel like I'm in kind of a new kind of Star Wars and I'm like digging it and I'm just right at home? That's really what I would like. So they're trying to buy Bellator right now? That's crazy. That would be great for them, huh? You know what else I really like is the bare knuckle boxing. The bare knuckle fighting league or whatever it is, the boxing league where they're bare knuckles, dude. I'm digging that, bro. That sport is crazy. That sport is really, really crazy. So I hope that has a bright future as well. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I'm excited to explore unknown space in the areas of Star Wars. Hints the mystical parts of the Force. Hell yeah. I'm about that too. I'm about it. Probably going to wrap it up here soon, guys. Is there anything else going on that we should talk about? Anything else you want to put out there? How long before we get a Disney live-action remake? It's a good question, bro. I don't know. Dude, even if all these IPs go down in flames, you're goated. You make content of anything you have the passion for, and it will be fired. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, so one of the things that's going on here that's kind of interesting is... You lied to me? What did I lie to you about? One of the things that's going on that's kind of interesting is as all of these studios are going through all this trouble, I've been working on, like, my comic book, my characters, and my story for years, and we're getting really close to being able to launch the Kickstarter for that book, and I'm going to start promoting it. And when you guys see this, some of you guys have already seen it, some of the like previews and some of the stuff that we've been doing. When you see what I've been working on, I think you'll get this really cool sense that I kind of was like, yeah, well, they're all fucking this up, so I'm going to just do it. And I'm going to kind of just fill a gap, fill this sort of void that I think is out there in mainstream corporate controlled media. And hey, look, we'll see. I think it'll resonate with a lot of you guys, and you'll enjoy it. So that's been very like therapeutic for me as well. Is like, while having somewhat negative feelings about where we're at, I've also put constructive energy out there as far as trying to build something different. So I'm pretty excited for it. And a lot of I've started sharing that we have a little like preview video. It's not finished yet, but we have a little like preview video, and I've been sharing it with some people. I've been getting some very, very good feedback on it. So I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna be great. Brian Stone says, love the content. Have a great weekend. Take my money. Hey, you too, Brian. I appreciate it. I really do. Bendu or Abeloth? Who wins? Ooh, that's a good one. I'd probably have to say the Bendu. But who knows for sure? Thumbnail is the GOAT. It is a pretty wild thumbnail. I was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll go for it. Yeah. All right, everybody. Much love to you all today. I tell you what, guys. Let's try to do the Prime stream at 1. I'm gonna turn this around and let's just get right into the Prime stream at 1. Okay. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Now listen up. I'm not trying to deny the Babu. But if we get Babu on screen and we start dancing with Babu, and then all of a sudden we're here for another hour. Okay? So I want to see no hate in the chat. We'll have a couple of drinks with Babu later. Jeez. Come on, guys. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, man. I gotta say, it was kind of fun. You know? Like, Kathy just kind of doing her thing, man. You gotta give her one thing. She's consistent. You know? She's pretty consistent. So, it's pretty fun, you know? Just keep calling it like I see it. And it's like... You know that scene in Kill Bill? Where... Bud asks Ellie Driver if she is filled with regret. Like when your enemy dies and you just have this feeling of like regret, right? When Kathy's gone, I might have a little bit of that. I might just be like, dang, you know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad she's gone, but you know, no more shit talking, you know? Also, my heart bleeds a little bit for Jeff Loveness, man. He's a real sweaty nerd. I think he was really just trying to do his thing, and he got caught in the crossfire. Ethan, you gotta hit somebody up on the Discord, buddy. Hit somebody up on the Discord. We'll get you sorted, okay? Yeah. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure you open up that third eye and wash out your stinky butt.